I guess art will always be such a huge part of our life because it's that whole, I mean, like going back generations in history, it's that whole thing of whatever beautiful imagination is going on in your head, that you're like putting that to paper, and it's like writing in your journal. The difference between writing something on a screen, like if you're writing in a notes like, oh, I feel a certain way, and you write it down, you can always like delete that or something like that. But like when there's pen to paper or like paint to paper, it's there, you know, it's like right there. And I think it's like I guess there's just more meaning to it. All the artwork in here is by June McIntyre, and she is a woman who lives locally. She's originally from England. She uses a lot of the landscape in West Kerry in her art. You have really beautiful pictures of all the like rolling, tumbling waves and like stormy weather and sunsets, and it just like captures everything about like all the different elements and stuff that we receive back in West Kerry. And a lot of her work as well is quite personal. So there's like one piece of her of the three sisters, and you can just see the crescent moon peeping over them, and it is, you can just see the back of a man, and it's very vague there, but her daughter Louise told me that that is actually June's husband. She uses like certain characters in the town, like you've got like the portrait of the Dreamer, which is of Oliver Mack and Dick Max, and he's just an iconic character in town with his we used to wear three-piece suits and have a cane, and you'd often see him, he was like the fashionista in town. Art is very beautiful and uplifting, and I often see people coming in, and it's really amazing to hear like people's stories as to why they're buying the art, because often, yeah, they're quite meaningful. Or they might not even be meaningful. People just like are drawn to this piece of art because it makes them feel good. It makes them feel a certain way, so they want to hang it in their house or in their office or wherever. But often there's like a little background story as to why people are buying the art, and I think that that's why I love being in here, because I mean, I love talking to people and people sharing their stories as to where they've come and why they've come to Ireland. I guess it's important because like our history is so deep, like, you know, like I feel like especially around here, like I'm sure that you guys can feel it, like that we have, there's a certain like dríocht, and it's a Gaelic word for magic, that we have in the air, and like especially in Ireland there's just a lot of magic that like, it's quite whimsical, this country, because we've just been brought up on so many folklore stories, and so many, like the history is so rich, like you can feel it like in the land and in poetry and in art. It's just like like you get encapsulated in it, like, you know. So yeah, I guess that it's so important to spread that magic throughout with everyone.